Hi, my name is the Reverend Matt Wilson and I'm minister of Roe Heath Pavilion Church. It's a great pleasure to be able to share in your Christmas assembly this year 2020, which has been such a challenging year for everybody. Ordinarily I'd be with you at the Christmas assembly, and I love coming in each year and sharing something of the Christmas message with you, but of course we're having to do this online. I want to just share with you something about this year, thinking of words connected with 2020. Words such as pandemic, which conjure up all sorts of other words associated with the pandemic. Things like confusion, chaos, stress, worry, uncertainty, social distancing, front line. We can think of different words that connect with all that we've experienced during this pandemic. And those words are in contrast to the words that we associate with Christmas. Things like joy and comfort, hope and goodwill, celebration and excitement, generosity, gifts. And another word that we use associated with Christmas is the word peace. Is it there a possibility that peace can be experienced by us all, even in the midst of this pandemic? A reading in the Old Testament from the Bible, from Isaiah 9:6 says these words: "For to us a child is born, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father," and here's the bit, he's also called Prince of Peace. And then in John's Gospel, John 14 verse 27, in the New Testament, Jesus says these words 700 years later after the prophet Isaiah. He says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give as the world gives, so do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." At Christmas, we think of the word peace and Jesus being associated with one who brings peace. But I come back to the question, is there a possibility of peace during this pandemic? Well, I want to introduce you to a friend, Father Christmas and Mrs. Claus, and together they are going to share something briefly about the message of Christmas.
Well, it's the first time I've ever came here. I've never been here before. Anyhow, it's nice to see you there in the audience. Kings Norton Girls' School and the sixth form. We've got all the very well educated people in here today by the look of it. Yes, but what a terrible year it's been, eh? Masks, convo, I don't know. Even I'm having to wear one of these. Can't get away from it, but you got to look after yourself, girls. And I hope you've all got one of these too. But anyhow, don't forget what we are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And that's what it's about, really. As much as there's presents and there's one thing. Oh, she's interfered with me, but never mind. I think I might have done it wrong again. What a beautiful sentiment that is. Can you see, girls? Can you see what it says? It says, peace on earth, and that's what we want. And why I'm here, I've got these loads of presents here, what I've got to give out. But I don't mind giving them out, because it's a celebration of Jesus Christ, and that's what it's about, really. And I hope everybody's got a present of their family and other people too. Bye.
So you've heard it from our very own Father Christmas, that we can experience peace during this time. We're hopeful that in 2021 it will be a time when we're in a new year, when the vaccine is rolled out and we are beginning to get back to a way of life that we know as normal. Of course, things will be different, but there has been a constant expression used as we're thinking about the vaccine, and that is there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Well, the message of Christmas is that Jesus came into the world not just simply to bring light at the end of the tunnel, but to be light in the middle of the tunnel, perhaps when the darkness is too great, when it is so great. That's the message of Christmas. And we have all experienced during this time constant change and constant upheaval. Whether you've been in year 7 or in year 13, or whether you're a staff member, every one of us are affected by constant changes, constant decisions that affect our lives on a daily basis, and we can hardly cope. And we are in tough times. Well, Jesus never leaves us nor forsakes us, and he is the light in the midst of the tunnel, not just simply at the end of the tunnel. And that's what community brings. Jesus comes near to us, in a sense, to bring community to us. And I know community is a huge value at the school. It's a huge value here at Roe Heath Pavilion as well. So maybe at this Christmas, different though it's going to be, may we experience peace, may we experience community, and may we know that God always is with us in the darkest of situations, in the most difficult of situations, to bring light in the present and also in the future. I am someone who tweets sometimes, and I know that Kings Norton Girls' School does as well. And a couple of days ago, you sent out a tweet which was wonderful by the artist Charlie Mackesy, who has drawn wonderful pictures of a horse or a boy or a mole and the way in which they interact together. And one that I want to show now, it says these words: "The storm is strong," said the boy, "but love is stronger still." And that's the message I want to leave with you. If God is love, his love is stronger than the fiercest storm. May you be blessed this Christmas, whether you're a staff or a student, and may you have a hopeful new year. God bless.